Welcome to LaraCast, Laraniem's #1 source of news and current affairs. Today, we'll be running through the new election seating system, diving deep into the Guardian faction's dissolvement, and talking with a special guest about the concept of an elected viceroy. But first, the regional news. Only 7 more embassies are needed to reach the regional milestone of 100. It is assured by leaders that every single one of these embassies are more than just another number. Regional programs such as the randomly selected embassy chat have been successful, but few and far between. A spammer hidden within Laraniem's citizens has been kicked and banned from the region, along with all of their puppets. The action was taken after the user spammed RMB messages from multiple accounts, with sometimes threatening and discriminative content. The user has since been banned from nation-states. Now for the roleplay news. Civil unrest is still strong in West Down Union, captured by the East. An unknown end to this occupation is feared by the citizens of the West, but in the meantime, survival is their first and only priority. And Cahors News reports that the King of Cahors, the nearly 70-year-old Torek Apelia III, has fallen ill. He was rushed into hospital yesterday after he was found unconscious in his bed. Doctors say he is stable but requires an oxygen supplement. No diagnosis has been given, but it is possible that serious medication or even surgery may be required. Doctors are unsure if Torek will survive, and if he does he may require specialist treatment from abroad. Fearing the worst, the royal household has begun preparations for his replacement. A poll was conducted to see if the upcoming election's seat value should be adjusted. The citizens voted for the movement. So what does that actually mean? In the past, each elected minister position was worth 10 seats, no matter what powers they had. With the new system, seat numbers will be adjusted according to the position won. This would be counted through the admin permissions value in each minister position. For example, if appearance is worth 4 seats and communications 3, then the recruitment minister position is worth 7 seats. The nation of Countershire has made the unanticipated decision to disband the Guardians faction. For now, at least. The announcement was delivered through the regional message board, where the nation also announced that they will be joining Copula. This assists Copula's goal of holding government, but a lot of work is still needed to do so. Now today, we have a very special, real, and non-robotic guest, on a mission to make the highest, unelectable position electable. Welcome Sidramier.
Hello, glad to be here.
So I understand you're here to talk about this strange concept of an elected viceroy.
Yes, I'm here to propose an election for the seat of viceroy in Laraniem's government. I recognize that while citizens can change Laraniem through their assembly, a majority of power in the region is delegated to our viceroy, a non-electable position. The state of mock democracy is commonly used in authoritarian states where citizens have little personal, political, and economic freedom, which is certainly not something to be striving for.
What about all of the other elected and powered positions?
Well, yes, the other positions in government do have powers. Their powers are limited, and there are little occasions where they can work together to achieve one goal, considering they're all from different factions. Whereas the viceroy, who is in one faction, Viceroy Hagson is in Copula, the viceroy has all these powers, but just in a single package, which is a bit tyrannical and unfair. Accepting that Hagson founded the region and should therefore have power as the founder, we propose a new seat of government, the congressional delegate. The congressional delegate will have rule of the legislative branch of Laraniem's government, with power to veto any past legislation and also write any legislation without needing permission from the other branches and with no vote required from citizens.
Isn't that more power than the viceroy?
Yes, it is more power as the viceroy, but as I said before, the power is limited in one area, which is is just because the power is limited in one area, it's not as powerful of a power. The power isn't as powerful. While some may question why the Viceroy needs to be elected, we believe it is tyrannical to have all powers of Laraniem belong to one person who we cannot change. By implementing the voting system, we can make sure that the leader that leads us is trustworthy and that we know that they won't do anything wrong to us.
Do you think that the current Viceroy, Hagston, will support this?
I think that if Viceroy Hagston doesn't carry through with this, then that will further political unrest, and it will prove his tyranny even more.
So for the listeners who aren't aware, you're the co-leader of the Civibus faction. Is the rest of Civibus with this movement?
The rest of Civibus is behind this movement too. I've spoken to the leaders of Kahor, Down Union, and Gazva.
I'm sorry, that's all we have time for. It's been a pleasure having you on LaraCast.
Thanks for having me.
That's all for this episode of LaraCast. Make sure to join our official Laraniem Discord and say hello. If you have any suggestions for LaraCast, be sure to get in contact with us on the Nation States Laraniem page. Thank you, and goodbye.